What's up, Ballislife fam? Welcome back to the Heat Check. I'm your host, that girl, Kayla Nicole. I hope you're having the best Friday of all Fridays because we've got one hell of a show in store for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into it. Trouble in paradise. Draymond Green and Kevin Durant got into a post-game shouting match. And word on the street is it was personal, it was petty, and it was flat out pretty ugly. According to Chris Haynes' latest report on the Warriors, Draymond told KD, and I quote, "We don't need you. We won without you. Leave." Followed by a couple of B words and, of course, F-bombs for dramatic effect. Now, this is the same Draymond who recruited KD from the Oracle parking lot after the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead in the 2016 finals. Change of heart? I think so. It all seemed to have started when Green gathered a defensive rebound in the final moments of a tie game against the Clippers. Durant was clearly upset Green didn't look to pass to him after grabbing the rebound. With 5 seconds left on the game clock, Green dribbles down the court, loses control of the ball, and is unable to get a shot up. Making matters worse, the game goes into overtime and Golden State loses to the Clippers 121 to 116. Things really hit the fan once the guys made it back to the locker room. Klay Thompson spoke up mid-argument saying, quote, "We all want to win. That's all this is about. I think we're the only team that can beat us." Thompson also added, quote, "Nobody else can beat us. So let's go kick ass." Well, there's consequences for your actions, Draymond, which is why he was suspended by the Warriors organization for 1 game and hit with a $120,000 fine. Ouch. Draymond's response? "Kevin and I spoke, and we're moving forward." Durant's response when asked about the incident, quote, "Don't ask me that question again."
See, this is moments like this where I really, really miss being a reporter. Could you imagine if he sat up there and you gonna tell me how to do my job? You gonna tell me not to? I can understand you not commenting. I can understand you saying no comment. I can understand you saying you're not talking about that no more. You gonna look a reporter in the face and tell him, "Don't ask me again," like you gonna do something if he did ask you?
Stephen A. thinks KD is going either to the Lakers or the Knicks. Chris Broussard says that KD would rather play against LeBron than with him. Where do you think KD will end up? Last night, Charles Barkley said that if the Warriors don't have Kevin, they're just a good little shouting. That impression was terrible. Moving on to our next segment, guys, GTF OH. And first up, we've got Nneka Ogwumike of the Los Angeles Sparks, who has a message for all those fans out there that think that the WNBA should lower the rim so women can dunk more. Check it out.
I'm very glad you asked this because this is probably one of the most offensive questions you can ask a WNBA player. And I'm not trying to read you right now. I'm just trying to get you to understand why it's not logical to ask us to do that. Yeah. So we're constantly being compared to men. We have people excelling at a 10-foot rim. And now you want us to lower the rim so we can continually be compared, only to still be criticized because now you have someone like me who has done what she's done. Now I have to relearn the game to appease people who don't want to watch it for what it is.
How about that?
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, go to a game first.
Scoring in the WNBA is at an all-time high. These women are making more threes now than ever before. In fact, they're on track to break the record for most threes made in a season. Trying to make women's basketball more like men's is exactly what's wrong with the world. You want to see more dunks? Click over here and check out Ballislife recent highlight vids. What do you guys think of Ogwumike's response? Sound off in the comments below. This week marked the 22nd anniversary of the legendary film Space Jam. And we've got some fun facts that'll have you guys saying GTF OH. I mean, look at this. Unwrapped VHS. You know what that is? I bet you didn't know that Warner Brothers built MJ a custom basketball court called the Jordan Dome, and every night after filming, Jordan and other NBA players would run a game of pickup. Another fun fact, Jordan hated making this movie. In fact, he wanted nothing to do with the sequel when it was pitched to him in the 90s. Well, I guess MJ's not the only one who hated this movie. At Red Apples tweeted, "I feel like I'm the only person who thinks Space Jam is a terrible movie." Yes, Red Apples, you are the only one. This is a classic. Put some respect on it. Space Jam 2, starring LeBron James and produced by Ryan Coogler, is still in pre-production. So, who do you guys want to see in the sequel? Moving into our next segment, heads up. LeBron James hit another career milestone on Wednesday night. LBJ swats Nick Stauskas, then takes it coast to coast to score his 31,420th point. He surpasses Wilt Chamberlain and moves up to the 5th spot on the all-time scoring list. Funny enough, Stauskas once tweeted, "LeBron is overrated. Team Kobe." Ha! Next up, there goes that grown-ass man. Check out this clip of Zion dunking with his head literally at rim level.
As he gets. Look at it. I mean, just what did Mike tell us before the game, Coach K, about bigs have to run against this team. You don't want to get...
Scottie Pippen and Charles Oakley have some harsh words for Isiah Thomas.
That if I don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing.
I just, this is good segue.
I'm just saying.
I'm just segueing.
Nothing good is going to come out of you asking me
Yes,
that.
okay, good.
And I think you're our video in this, so
Yes.
you might want to keep this.
But as a player, as an opponent, I mean, he's one of, like, you know.
I don't respect him, so I don't have anything to say about the guy.
IT responds to our tweet saying, quote, "enjoying life," followed by a photo and captioned it with, "I guess Players Tribune is not the friendly place for players anymore. I thought your platform was about giving voice for positivity, not a place to slander former or current players. I expected more." Then proceeds to tag his champagne company. Insert shameless plug here. All right, y'all, moving into our next segment, LOL. First up, we've got Patrick Ewing giving a post-game interview following Georgetown's win over Illinois. When Ewing seems to have forgotten he's not just talking to the homies.
Both he and Mac are going to be our backcourt for the future, and he showed some big cojones today.
There are few things I love more than watching children get crossed on the internet. Check out this hilarious video of Kevin Hart crossing his mini-me.
You want me to get them ankles? Ankles. Oh. Oh! Killing you, son.
Next up, check out Steven Adams giving us his best Jeff Van Gundy impersonation.
I will remember you. Will you?
Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. I certainly hope you enjoyed the show. As always, we want you guys to be a part of the conversation, whether it's the first story or the last. Be sure to sound off in the comments below and let us know what you think. Now, if you like our channel and you like what you saw here, make sure to like and subscribe right now. Also, if you missed our last episode and you want to catch up, you can click right over here. And if you're a hoop junkie like myself and you want to check out our most recent highlight vids, you can click right over here. I'm that girl, Kayla Nicole, and I'll catch you next time on The Heat Check.